My name is Ashley Paulson, and I'm an iFIT trainer. Today, we are going to be discussing the internet's most common fitness questions.
My name is Dan Holguin. I'm 39 years old from Kalispell, Montana. I fix things that break, and I build things that last. That was cheesy.
I also like to run.
Good, healthy habits.
Yeah, that's right. And I like to run.
Hi, my name's Heather Gollnick. I'm from Virginia, and I'm a former professional triathlete, and I love coaching triathlon and all kinds of sports. Just love encouraging.
Hi, I'm Kori Sampson. I'm from the UK. I'd say an endurance athlete, but a little bit of a hybrid athlete. I like to do it all, so.
All right, are you ready for the very first question?
Question number one.
Question number one. Is cardio the best way to manage your weight?
Depends on your lifestyle. If you have the time to, I think it's a great way, but I don't think it should be like the baseline of managing your weight. No. I think there are other options out there that are a better bang for your buck. Things like strength training, things like nutrition, obviously, good sleep habits and things like that. But I definitely think it's a cog in the wheel.
So much more than just what you do for exercise, how you eat, how you sleep, portion sizes. And so just like teaching people the right thing to put in their body and how to take care of their body.
Have you ever seen the numbers of like how long it takes to like burn off the equivalent of like a Kit Kat or whatever? Do you know what I mean? And it's a lot of cardio. However, people always ask me like how I stay lean all the time. And I'm like, well, my output is so high that I have to really take the piss with my diet to put on weight or to get out of shape. I think it does help, but I think calorie control or food control is the most important for your weight.
We need that strength training as well.
And I think good strength training too it's a great passive way to manage your weight as well. You know what I mean? So that you're not so reliant on the output of cardio or, reducing your calories. Good strength training, good muscle mass is a great passive way to manage your weight over the long term.
Bigger engine.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Injury-free cardio all the time. If I just ran, I would be sidelined way more than I'm running. So that's no fun for anybody. Does no pain, no gain actually work?
So no pain, no gain is a great, like when you're doing an Ironman and you want to win, you mentally have to like go through how hard can I push my body to cross the finish line first. But if it's the risk of an injury, then it's not smart.
I think the endurance athletes here are going to take a different...
I know, we're like, no pain, no gain.
I mean,
right?
There's like two sides to it, and I used to be really like hustle culture, like let's get it like all the time, and like to the detriment of recovery and proper training and smart, and sometimes less is more. But at the same time, like I feel you need to build mental resilience, and sometimes like discomfort and pain is a way of building that to help you get through like something in the future. So sometimes like I think getting uncomfortable and depends on what kind of pain it is, right? If you're getting like neural pain, like shooting pains up your shins, like maybe like stop running as fast or maybe take a day off or but like if your hamstring's a bit sore and you wake up and you're like, oh, like I'm like you've got a workout to do, then that's when discipline comes in and you still have to do that workout.
Definitely. There's a pain in your lungs that we're going on, right? When we're redlining, when we're pushing past our limits, that yes, like you want to reach to the next level, there's going to be pain happening. And like when I'm out there doing 100, 200s, I'm in pain, but we got to get through that point.
Yeah, like I honestly think like every single run I've ever been on, I've like been in pain at some point.
It depends on what level you're pushing at, but you definitely, as we're building, not all of my runs are painful. There's some that are so comfortable, but they don't need to all be that way. But in order to progress, to get to a faster pace, to get to that next level, I need some runs that are very painful. As you said, Kori, it's not the pain of like ligaments and joint, it's muscle pain and that burn. So it's a very different burn and pain. All right, Heather, I'm gonna bring this one to you. As a woman, should I avoid weight so that I don't bulk?
Oh no, we want to look strong. So I love that women now are like embracing weight training and looking strong. Strong is beautiful and strong is powerful, and so I do think women should strength train.
But is it going to make me bulky? Like no.
Does driving a car make you an F1 driver?
I love that. Yes.
Yeah, you're not going to look like Ronnie Coleman because you've gone and done some leg press. Do you know what I mean?
Do I have to work out every day?
Physically or mentally?
Yes.
What I've found to be true in my life is that moving and doing something every day is good for me. And what I've found that works best for me is having recovery built into my week by varying my levels of intensity throughout the week in either my workouts or just work that I'm doing around the ranch. So like my high output days are going to be my speed work days, or a long run day for me, or a heavy strength day. But then I like a recovery day of just going out and raking pine cones or leaves in the yard or whatever. But daily movement for me is what helps me to kind of keep my sanity throughout the week.
I think when you're an athlete, you learn to love to move. And so whether that's going for a 15-mile run or just doing some breath work and yoga and mobility. And so it always looks different, but I think when you build the habit of moving daily and it's non-negotiable, when you go on vacation with your family, it's a habit. You get up and you move. And so I think movement's important.
I think like when you're training for something like an Ironman or triathlon as well, there's only so much like time in the week. So if you're trying to strength train and train on the bike, train on a run, swim, you can't really have like a full day off without doing 4 workouts in one day else. So like I'll have like a really easy day and I'll make my hard days hard and I'll make my easy days easy. If I do really have to have a full day off and listen to your body, like I'll do sauna and ice bath, and it's still like, it's a passive way of like stressing your body a little bit, controlling your heart rate and almost like training, but it's not. But then like, even if it's like a 20-minute swim, like I do something, but I don't think you need to do every single day.
For all of us up here, it's just our lifestyle. And so moving it's just what we do. The person that's just getting started, listen to your body. If you're super sore, a little bit mobility is that people think of a workout as you're dropping to the floor gasping for air. That does not need to be done every day. Is going to the gym required for a good workout?
I mean,
No.
Dan, what do you think about that?
look,
Do you ever even go to the gym?
Dan is like lifting logs
like-
in the
like,
forest,
I've never
and
done
like
in my life.
yeah, seriously. Well,
squatting big logs.
man, I live in the middle of the mountains, and so
Right,
the
right.
nearest town to me
Love
is
this.
30 minutes away at least. And so I get my workout in when trees blow down and I got to go cut them up and haul the logs down the way, or I got to move some rocks around, or I got to build, you know what I mean? So like, no, it's not required. You just have to be willing to be creative with the environment around you. And I think that if you can do that, then you don't need to go to a box. And
The gym was my first love. That's what I call it. Like bodybuilding in the gym was like my first love. It didn't work out with boxing. It's the one that kind of got away. And then now running's like the one. And then I have a little side piece, which is like triathlon. That's my life. That's the way I live. But like, I'll go to the gym like no matter what, 4 times a week. But I don't think you need the gym to have a good workout.
I love it. All right.
My side piece. Yeah, your side piece is the one.
If I have a routine that I like and fits me, do I need to change anything?
I think it depends on your fitness goal. A lot of people, if you're training for something specific, then I think that changing the stimulus throughout the course of your preparation matters. But if you're somebody who is just looking to feel better, to look a little bit better, to manage your stress and well-being, then I think that you're probably okay with doing some of the similar things over the long term, right?
Definitely some of the similar things, but also like if you want to progress, there needs to be change.
Yeah,
Right?
right.
Sometimes
you
the
need to
work
throw in
we
different
hate
things.
is the work we need.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one may or may not have come from me. Does sex count as exercise?
I'll divert to the handsome ones first.
Yes.
Yes.
I wouldn't put it on my Strava though.
Time segment. Have you ever worn your heart rate monitor during
Right,
sex?
right.
Don't do that.
I haven't either. What time of day is the best time to work out?
When you're gonna do it.
I think if you really want to set the tone for yourself, do it in the morning. But if that's not available to you, just get it done.
For discipline or like for the opportunity to actually do it, sometimes doing it first thing is more important because you get to the end of the day, you're tired, you don't want to, like something comes up, like it might not happen. But also for like, if you're training really intensely, like it's actually not great to do it in the evening because if you're raising your heart rate really high and you're not recovering properly and you're not bringing it back down, you're going to bed with a high heart rate and it's going to ruin your sleep quality. So there's actually a science behind training hard in the morning is better. And obviously that doesn't work for everyone. And getting it done, it can be more important. But if you think about your sleep, your recovery, all that stuff, like properly, then I think you've got to do it in the morning.
Yeah, there's definitely science behind first thing in the morning. It sets the tone, it sets the mood for the day, and you just feel better about yourself during the day. But as a mama, like when I was a young mama. Sometimes that didn't work, you know. So you get it in when you can get it in, when it's going to work for your lifestyle, and as long as we're moving. But definitely the science says first thing in the morning is going to set the tone for the rest of the day. Coming from the experts right here, the most common questions asked on the internet about working out. And I didn't know how to sign off, so peace out. On the internet about working out, make sure you watch the Trainer Games.
On Amazon Prime.
You can watch Trainer Games on Prime Video. What is my name? You can watch Trainer Games on Prime Video.